Welcome to New York City, the city that never sleeps. With over 8 million people living and working here, traffic can be quite a challenge. New York is located in the northeastern part of the United States, on the East Coast. It is bordered by New Jersey to the west and Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont to the north. The city is situated on a natural harbor and is surrounded by two major rivers, the Hudson River on the west side and the East River on the east side. New York is the largest city in the state of New York and the United States. It has a total area of 468.9 square miles. The 5 boroughs of New York are Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. Manhattan is the smallest borough and Staten Island is the largest. The width of New York varies depending on where you are in the city. Manhattan, the most densely populated borough, is only 2.3 miles wide at its widest point. And the largest part, Staten Island, is approximately 14 miles wide at its widest point. The Hudson River is a major river that flows from the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York down to New York Harbor, where it meets the Atlantic Ocean. The river forms the western boundary of Manhattan and separates it from New Jersey. The Hudson River has several exits into New York City, including the Battery Park Underpass, which connects Manhattan to Battery Park and the Financial District, and the Holland Tunnel, which connects Manhattan to New Jersey. The river is also crossed by several iconic bridges, including the George Washington Bridge, which connects Manhattan to New Jersey, and the Tappan Zee Bridge, which connects Westchester County to Rockland County. The East River is a saltwater tidal strait that separates Manhattan from Brooklyn and Queens. It is not actually a river, but rather a tidal estuary that connects Upper New York Bay to Long Island Sound. The East River has several exits into New York City, including the Queens Midtown Tunnel, which connects Midtown Manhattan to Queens, and the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, which connects Manhattan to Brooklyn. The river is also crossed by several famous bridges, including the Brooklyn Bridge, which connects Brooklyn to Manhattan, and the Williamsburg Bridge, which connects Brooklyn to the Lower East Side of Manhattan. The rivers of New York, the Hudson River and the East River, are major waterways that touch the city and play a significant role in its history and development. New York City has some of the busiest streets in the world. With so many people and vehicles on the road, traffic can get pretty congested during rush hour. In fact, according to a recent study, drivers in New York City spend an average of 56 hours each year stuck in traffic. From yellow taxis to delivery trucks, bicycles to buses, there's a wide variety of vehicles on the road in New York City. This can make for some interesting traffic situations, with drivers needing to constantly be aware of their surroundings and stay alert. In addition to vehicles, there are also a lot of pedestrians in New York City. With so many people walking around, it's important to pay attention to traffic signals and crosswalks to ensure everyone stays safe. While driving is one option for getting around New York City, there are also plenty of other modes of transportation available. From the subway to buses to bike shares, there are lots of ways to get where you need to go without having to deal with the traffic. New York City was founded in 1624 by Dutch traders and was originally known as New Amsterdam. The city played an important role in the American Revolution and served as the capital of the United States from 1785 to 1790. During the 19th century, New York City became a major center of commerce and industry, with the construction of the Erie Canal and the growth of the shipping industry. In the 20th century, New York City became a global hub for finance, media, and culture. New York City's population has grown significantly over time. In 1790, the city had a population of just 33,000 people. By 1900, the population had grown to over 3.4 million people, making it the largest city in the United States at the time. During the 20th century, the population continued to grow, reaching a peak of 8.6 million people in 1950. However, in the second half of the 20th century, the city experienced a population decline as people moved to the suburbs and other parts of the country. By 1980, the population had dropped to 7.1 million people. In recent years, however, the population has started to grow again, and as of 2021, the estimated population of New York City is over 8.8 million people.